What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana, back at you with another YouTube video. With part 2 of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC just around the corner, there have been a ton of rumors swirling around for what we can expect out of the DLC, but also what we can expect for future remakes of the older games. And you know me, I'm not usually one to report on leaks, but this one seems to have a bit of merit, and I may also be a little bit biased because I actually really like the generation that they're talking about having a remake for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. So a couple of weeks ago, Riddler Khu tweeted out this tweet that says 2024 prediction, and he included a picture of the Kanto region, the Johto region, the Unova region, and of course the Paldea region, and followed that up by saying, wow, found the clue, all titles entitled with colors. So there's something that I guess all 4 of these pictures have in common, which is that all of the games are titled after colors. So the Kanto regions, we of course had the red, blue, and green games. For the Johto regions, we had the gold and silver games. And then for the Unova region, we had the black and white games, and Scarlet and Violet for the Paldea region. Which makes it seem like he's hinting that in 2024 we're going to get a remake for one of these regions, since they all have to do with colors. So that's kind of making people think that they're not going to get like X and Y remakes, for example, because they're not named after colors, they're named after letters. And of course, people have their preferences for what games they would want to see a remake for, with a lot of people really wanting a Johto remake, which Riddler Khu also seems to be a fan of, because for the previous one he said good taste, and for this one he just has a little heart face emoji. And some people thinking that we might actually get a game for each one of these regions, like a Unova remake, the classic games maybe coming to the Nintendo Switch Online for Kanto and Johto, and then something for the Paldea region, which I feel like is a little bit more of a far-fetched idea, but that would be kind of crazy if we did get something like that. But the reason that I said that this little leak or hint of a leak has some merit is because of where part 2 of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC actually takes place. So in part 1 of the DLC, in the Teal Mask, we find out that the Blueberry Academy is actually set in the Unova region. So neither part of the DLC in Scarlet and Violet is actually set in the Paldea region, since of course part 1 is set in Kitakami, and part 2 we now know is going to be set in the Unova region, albeit it is in the middle of the ocean, but it's still in Unova. So with the literal Pokemon Company actually confirming that the second part of the DLC will be taking place where the Generation 5 games are located, I think that it would make a lot of sense for them to go in the direction of us getting some kind of Unova remake, whether that be like a Legends Arceus type game where it's set in the distant past to kind of play off of like the past and future things that they had going in the Scarlet and Violet games, or even something like they did with the Diamond and Pearl games where it's just like a 1-for-1 remake for us to enjoy them on the Switch. Me personally, I would be okay with either, but I am kind of leaning in the direction of them wanting to do some kind of a remake or spin-off type game. Not spin-off, like it'll still be a mainline game, but like give it like a little revamp, like freshen it up for the Nintendo Switch. Some people are also debating on whether or not it's just going to be like another part of the DLC, like once you're done in Blueberry Academy, maybe they add another feature where you are able to go to the actual Unova region, like the mainland of it, since you're already in the actual region. And I also feel like they've kind of been dropping hints of them wanting to do something in Unova even before the actual DLCs were even announced, when we just knew that there was going to be like a Blueberry Academy and somewhere in Kitakami. Just because if you think about it, the Scarlet and Violet games take place in Spain, which is why these schools are called the Uva Academy and the Naranja Academy, which are both Spanish. But then all of a sudden for the Blueberry Academy, it was in English. And the Unova region is based off of the US. So maybe they were hinting about the Unova region before they even actually announced that the actual Blueberry Academy was in the Unova region, because the name was in English versus in Spanish. Maybe that's a stretch and I'm just looking for connections, but I think that they might have been hinting at them wanting to do something in Unova for quite some time. So maybe Riddler Khu is onto something, and we might actually be getting a Unova remake in the near future, in 2024 it looks like. But obviously this is all 100% speculation, and all we really know is that the Blueberry Academy is located in Unova. So we don't have any actual factual information telling us that we are getting a Unova remake, but I feel like maybe they are hinting towards one with all of these little hints and clues. But I would love to hear what your opinions are on this theory down below in the comments. Do you think that we're going to be getting a Unova remake? And if so, is it going to be a past Unova remake, similar to Legends Arceus, or is it going to be more like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and be a one-for-one remake? Leave your thoughts, theories, and opinions down below. But that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, I kindly suggest you consider subscribing so that I can continue to make content for you guys. And if you are already subscribed and you would like another way to support the channel, feel free to check out the merch store. There is a link down below in the description that takes you to not only my merch store, but also all of my other socials so you can keep up with what I'm doing on a daily basis. And remember that I do have a Black Friday sale going on my actual clothing website, so feel free to check that out as well. It will run through Cyber Monday. But thank you guys all so much for watching, and thank you to those of you who have joined the channel as members. I appreciate you all so much. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.